We're here in Mallorca. I'm Laura from Natural Dressage Studies. This is Jarama, our 5-year-old, and today we're going to show you a little bit what we do with a young horse like this. Hello dear study buddies. This video is for the geeks amongst you. It's long and relatively uncut. We did that purposely so that you can have a more realistic look on this youngster's work and progression. Also the mistakes that I'm making and that he's making. I thought it might just be more interesting. And since it's long and potentially boring, I thought I talk my first commentary and walk you through it.
A bit less angle.
And I'm starting off here with a shoulder in, and then I did a little vault and went straight into a travers in walk. At this point we already had the rythm warm-up done, in which he goes in a longer frame where we try to stretch him, and that's another video. You can find it in my feed. So this is already the core part of the session. Now a little leg yield.
Shoulders first.
And then finish this side in walk with a half pass. The half passes are very new for him. Shoulder ins he has been doing for a while. And you can still see that. And a half pass. There my weight was in the right place. Sometimes still have to remind myself to put the weight in the direction of movement. I catch myself sometimes. I'm sure we're going to see this on this video too. Putting the weight behind the movement. So now we're on the other side, a little travers, again a vault, and I suppose then I'm going to do a shoulder in again. And the half pass on this side. There I could step into the right stirrup a little bit more. My weight is slightly to the left. It should be on the right. And pretty much the same work in trot as well, starting with a shoulder in. The shoulder in helped me a lot with him in trot. The trot is not his best gait, as you can see, and he tend to speed up the rhythm, get a bit tense, and the shoulder in all its forms, leg yields, on the circle, on the straight line, help him to keep his rhythm slower. The travers is already getting fairly easy for him. He stays nice and floppy through it. There I think he could have slightly more angle in the shoulder in. Now the leg yield. Small mistakes in rhythm, but I'm pretty happy with how he's doing that. Travers. The Travers should be on 3 tracks. We had a little bit more angle there, but I think it's maybe better to be sure that he's understanding the job.
Higher. Good.
Little half pass,
Good.
that's still difficult. And exactly the same thing in canter too. Shoulder in. That helps them learn to engage the inside hind leg. I remember my last teacher said you have to first get the lateral engagement, so one hind leg then the other one, before you can get the longitudinal engagement, so on a straight line. Little half pass, not too bad, a little bit of tension still, and straight. He changed the lead there because I surprised him with my right leg, and maybe also with the reins to put him straight too quickly. He changed the lead in front. So we just came down to a trot and started again, and that was better. And he's finished his working canter on the right side,
Tighter
so
seat if you can.
I'm allowing him to stretch a little bit. To say thank you, and also to try to keep relaxation on the top of his mind, but that's the last thing we do before the break.
Okay.
He's leaning a little bit on my inside leg there, I feel, but he keeps the rhythm really nicely through the stretch. Now I'm picking him up again for a civilized transition, or that's what I'm gonna try. Not too bad. Same work on this side. Shoulder in. There he came off the wall a little bit. So I take him on a vault directly, probably to start again. Leg yield. No, straight into the half pass. There the hind leg is coming nicely. The group was leading at first in this half pass. Got a little bit over ambitious there, and I wasn't quick enough to bring his shoulders along. And we're back in the stretch. He finished his work, and I love how floppy-eared he is here. He looks nice and relaxed, not worried. I'm bringing him up for the transition. Not too bad. And after a canter, he tends to rush the trot a little bit, so we're working on immediately coming to a loose, nice trot, active but not rushing. And here I'm already in the cool down, so I'm just asking him to stretch a little bit and trying to put a very good feeling as the last thing in his mind. After that, I only walked him on the loose rein in the arena. That was it for Jarama today. We're both hot already, but he was a good boy, like always. Most of the time. Let's go have a drink.